it's Little B here today with Fishing with Big D, my dad. So today we're going to be doing the February edition Lucky Tackle Box unboxing. So stay tuned, guys.
Hey guys, it's Big D here. Let's jump into this unboxing. Like Little B said, it's the February edition. Apologize for not doing the January, but we had issues where the box didn't make it until almost the 28th or 29th of January, so I didn't really feel the need to put one out there with it being that late in the game. Luckily, they fixed the problem, resolved the issue. February box is here, so let's dig on in. We'll try to keep this video short. Set our camera up here. We'll zoom in. Box is bluish tint with the white flag this time. Of course, you got your wrapping paper. And then what they done differently this time, instead of the little card that tells you what's in the box, they've actually got a guide that they've made into a book that tells you about the actual items in your lineup for this month, and it tells you how to fish them and a lot of great information. So I really enjoy this update that they've done to the box. Very, very, very helpful. So with that being said, we'll just go through the book. I'll give you a few updates so the video's not real long and you'll get a chance to see what all's in the box. First of all, we've got our Bait Mate tackle gear sticker. It's the full aluminum, real pretty. I'll probably slap that on one of my tackle boxes that I've got here. I won't spend a lot of time on the sticker, but first up in the book is what they're calling the Backstabber Square Bill. This is from Backstabber Lures. Really nifty lure. What's different about this? It's not a very deep dive, and I think it shows 0 to 4 feet down. You want to run it through the riprap areas, docks, rocks, and around some trees. The reason they're saying some brush and trees, this one's different. It actually has a hook in the top of the lure instead of down here on the belly. So you've got a treble hook on the rear and a treble hook on the top, which makes it stand out a lot different than your average square bill. And these hooks on the rear here can do a 360-degree swivel. So your chances of getting snagged is a little bit less with this up top. And you've got a little bit better hookup ratio with fish because you've got a top treble now and a bottom. So, neat little idea. Can't wait to try this out because it's something different. Alright, so next we're going to move out to the next item on our list, which is going to be the Kevin Van Dam Strike King Perfect Plastics They're calling this the half shell. Basically, it's just a little green worm. I don't know if you can see that good in the package. Okay, guys, we'll take this one out of the package to show to you. It has a lot of salt on it. I think it has a little bit of a coffee scent as well. It's the pumpkin green. Hopefully you can see that very well. It's got the little tail on it. They're calling this the half shell from Strike King. It's Kevin Van Dam approved product. Basically, it's kind of mimics a little minnow fish, I would say. Your best option for fishing this would be the drop shot. You're going to fish this along the bottom, kind of hop it, make a little bit of a wiggling presentation. This is good for rocky areas, ledges, open water, points, humps. I wouldn't recommend it in too much grass because you're still going to get hung up with the drop shot weight. But overall, really good drop shot weight item, lure to try out there. Moving on to our next item we've got. Let's see what we got here. So next we've got the Dobyns D-Blade Advantage. This is a really nice spinnerbait. I don't know if you could tell, it's got two blades. Nice little presentation. And it's got a decent size hook. It looks like a number 4, I'm going to guess. It's a 1/2 ounce. But it's pretty neat. The description says it's the Advantage series spinnerbaits with which it puts the odds in your favor. Spinnerbaits are highly effective year-round, and they make for fantastic search bait. So you use this to cover a lot of water pretty quickly. The bass that are normally going to attack this are looking to strike and ambush points. So it's really good to fish this off the corner of a weed line and the edges of a dock, or points or pockets of reeds that are perfectly placed for bass to hide out within. Something they can kind of ambush it on and grab it. Really like this one. This is probably the favorite item in the box. Then next, as we're going through our book here, you're going to get the X-Zone Lures Muscleback Crawl. These are really, really neat looking crawdad. I really like these. I'm a big fan of the Big Bites series. These do have a little bit of a scent. It says it's formulated, and it's got a really fine salt. I like the realness of these claws. They're going to flap in the water. Overall, this is a smaller size than what I would normally fish with, but this looks really good when I'm trying to finesse fish. A lot of tips for these is to fish it in the grass, fish it in brush piles, reeds, any kind of mats and trees and coverage that you got down underneath. This is a bottom lure, so you will be dragging this. I would prefer to use this by using it with the Texas rig style, so you're kind of weedless. You got that weight on the rear end, and it's kind of just bouncing along. This does have some floating action to it, according to the book. It's incredibly versatile. It can be used for a ton of techniques. You can rig it up for flipping, pitching, punching, or as a jig. This would be an awesome jig if I had a different color to follow up on the end here as a trailer on this spinning blade I've got. Probably one of my favorite things too is to fish the crawdad. If you look back in some of my videos, you can see where I caught a couple of 3-pounders on it. And then the very last item in the box is you've got these here Fat Gap worm hooks, looking like a size 3 maybe. And there's a quantity of 5. It might be a 4. These are a little bit smaller, but will work perfectly to Texas rig these crawdads here that it come with. So I'm assuming these are meant for that purpose there alone. Like I said, once again, Texas rig this, get it weedless. One of my favorite things to fish, especially when I'm having a hard time. Switch up to a crawdad, something natural looking, work it through the water. Definitely makes for awesome fishing technique when you're having trouble catching bites. So guys, that's everything in the box other than the little advertising from, I guess it's Progressive. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope there was some really good information in there for you. Remember, the book has a lot more as well. Definitely want to give this box a thumbs up compared to the January box. I felt like the January box didn't have a lot of value to it. This box definitely does. I'd probably say this was about a $15 to $16 box, and we paid less than $10, I would say, for the box. So you guys stay tuned. We'll have plenty more of Lucky Tackle boxes that come in. Once again, I need to state that we're not sponsored in any way. In my opinion, is my opinion alone. So I'm not bought out. What you're hearing is information from Big D and Big D alone. Thanks, guys. Remember to hit the like button, drop a comment. If you have any questions I can help you with, I'd be glad to. Just drop it in the comment box. And if you want to see more good fishing content and videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button.